Good morning, everyone. I don't know where to put you guys. I think this thing is uneven. Hold on, let me fix this up quickly. So, it's the 6th of October. It's my mom's birthday today. And, yeah, normally I'm in a funk, understandably. But I have Renee with me, which is quite nice. So, it's not as sad as what it would be if I was by myself. And then I couldn't really sleep last night knowing that today was today. I can't believe it's been 4 years. 4 years since we were heaven, and she said, been in heaven 4 years. Well, a fourth birthday in heaven. Oh, this is nice. So instead of moping around and feeling sad, I thought, because she loves birthdays, like, it's just as much as me, I'm going to get dressed. I'm going to put on something of hers, some of her jewelry. I'm going to put a full face of makeup on today. And I'm going to pick her some lilies. And I'm just going to try and have a really good day for her, because she really loved birthdays as much as me. I think she maybe even loved birthdays more than me. And you would think there would be no one that can top who loves birthdays as much as me. But she really did. This would be the time, like, the end of the month in September, we really start talking about what we're going to do for her birthday. What's she going to wear? Where's she going to go? Who's she going to see? What does she want? And because dreaming is free, we would just talk a whole bunch of shit about what we're going to go and get for ourselves and where we're going to be in a few years' time when we celebrate our next birthday. And then close to my birthday, it'll be, what you going to wear? It's Halloween. Have you got a theme? We would just spend that full first week of October talking about her birthday and the rest of October talking about my birthday, because it's the end of October. Yeah, I miss her so much. I miss that woman so much. So I'm trying to not be sad today. I'm trying to have a good day for her. And no better day starts without an outfit and freaking makeup, because you got to look and dress the part. Fake it till you make it. But I don't know what to wear, because when I took her clothes from her place when she passed away, she had cancer. So all of her stuff is very small. She was very thin. And now with me picking up weight, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to fit into. So I'm going to have to find something. I don't know what I'm going to wear. I don't know what I'm going to wear. I'm going to have to find something in this cupboard. Okay, this is not all her clothes, it's my clothes. I'm going to find something of hers to wear, and then I'm going to put a full face of makeup on, and then we're going to go pick my mom some lilies for her birthday. Yeah. I've literally been staring at this cupboard for what feels like forever. And all I could find that could fit me is this top. So I thought, Old Faithful leggings, a long sleeve top, and then this over it. And then, I don't know what earrings I should wear. I'm going to get her earrings. Let me see some options. I almost had a almost freak out because I couldn't find this pair of earrings that I normally wear of hers. Oh, I don't want a nip slip. So I've got these earrings. I often wear these. Funny enough, when I do a market, I always wear an item of her jewelry. It feels like it brings me good luck on the day. And I always have such a good market. So I thought, maybe this with that. Because I mean, grey, because you can create green with anything. I haven't worn these before of hers. I don't think. They're a bit unusual. So I'm sitting on the edge of the bed. I'm very uncomfortable. These ones. Oh, they could also go. They could also go. And then what other earrings? Oh, I've got this little one. That's just quite pretty. And what else? What else is there? I'm sure these were her mom's or her grandmother's. I think they're absolutely beautiful. I'm too scared to wear these out anywhere because they are vintage as F. But they might be quite pretty. You know, never know, when I get married, maybe one day again. For my wedding. Something old. I'm too scared to wear them because they clip on. They clip on. I'm so scared that I lose anything of my mother's. I've got such a few items of hers. And then this earring. I don't know. Can you see? Glare is a bit bad. I don't know. I think I'm going to stick with my green. I haven't worn any of these before. I haven't worn this one either before. It's quite pretty. Maybe I should wear these. They're a bit funky. Yeah. Should I wear these? Or should I wear these? Oh, cook. Everyone needs a butterfly. I haven't worn these before, and it's a birthday. I'm going to rock these. I'm going to do it. Is there another one? Oh, no. Oh, whew. There is another one. So that's the other one. Same. Okay, cool. So earrings and outfit picked. Let's put on a face. Let's get this party started. My mum's. How beautiful mumsy. Crazy. Can't believe I'm doing this again. So this is the outfit. My mommy's top. It's actually quite nice, these tops. They hide all the fats. All the fats, they hide it. Brush my hair, mum's brush. Took this from a place where I cleared it out. Yeah. Hanover. Took that from my mum's place. Oh, that's my mum's earrings. Careful, girl. And then this bracelet. I don't know if you guys have noticed me wearing this bracelet in every video, as also my mom's bracelet that I found in her stuff. And then someone said that you must, I read it, by keeping yourself balanced, you wear something red. And I found this. I've always just had it on. I haven't taken it off once since I put it on. I put my watch on that my mom, I don't wear this often every single day because I paint a lot and I don't want it to get damaged. But because my mom's birthday, I'm going to wear my birthday present. She gave me my watch. She gave this to me on my 21st birthday. I think it was actually the last present I got from her because she stayed in Joburg. So we saw each other in between that. Not like I never saw her, but birthdays, I think my 21st was, I think my 21st could have been the last birthday I had with her. Yeah. Really sucks having a parent so far away and then they pass away. And then all these small things that you take for granted in the moment that you didn't realize was something precious, you want back. I mean, I remember going to my mom in Joburg and then sleeping with her in the bed, and then she'd tell me to hold her. And I was always like, Mom, it's so weird. I want to hold you when I sleep. I'm a grown woman, you know. I want to hold you. And I think I would do anything just to kind of like have her back and lay in the bed and hug her so hard that she gets so annoyed that she's like, leave me alone. And I'm like, no, I won't leave you alone. Yeah. So many little things. My mom was such a character. She really lived life to the fullest. I don't know why I'm such a hobbit in comparison to her. I'm so fearful of everything. And she was just fearless of everything. Maybe it's because she was the way she was that I was the way I was. But she had, and she always used to say to me, I mustn't lose my childlike wonder. And I remember the one day she phoned me and she was crying and she said, you know, you're not the same. You know, life and stress and your marriage and everything has completely changed who you are. You've lost your childlike wonder. And I didn't understand what that meant. Like at the time. Because Mom was upset. I didn't want to go into it to make her more upset or get defensive because I actually didn't understand what she meant by it. And later on we chatted and she said, you used to look at things like a child with so much wonder and in so much awe. And it's what attracts people to you. Like I'll see a cloud and I'll go, oh my word, that cloud is so cool, you know, can you see the shapes? And it's like the excitement, it's childlike, it's a childlike wonder. And I lost that. I just was so caught up in being an adult and doing what was right and providing and, being the best wife I could have been and not being seen and recognized for it. And everything just kind of destroyed me. My mom was there constantly reminding me about, the decisions I've made and, not to lose myself in the process. And I miss her so much when I need guidance. I mean, I didn't physically see her all the time, but I know that if I had to pick up the phone, because this is what I used to do, 3 o'clock in the morning, bawling my eyes out, because I didn't have a cooking clue what the hell I was doing and I needed some advice, she would just know what to say. I just always had the answers I needed. Cheeky, baby. And now I don't have that anymore. And I'm feeling so lost. I feel very lost without her. And now when I make my decisions, I've made so many wrong decisions that I'm too scared to do anything for myself. It sucks. It sucks big time. I'm going to put my face on quickly. Speaking about the cloud now, my example. Juki, baby, he wants to sit on top of my lap while I'm doing my makeup here, but the lighting is quite nice, so I'm kind of stuck here, ain't I? I remember my mom was weird. I love it. I love her so much. We used to, we stayed in Summer Strand, and she would do the weirdest things. She would say, she would make us get the bean bags out, and then we'd go lay outside on the bean bags. And when we laid there, I'm telling you, it was hours staring up into the sky. Who can see what shape in the cloud, legit. And she would say, my girl, you know what? If I have to win the lotto one day, we can do this. We would spend hours on that beanbag outside talking about what we would do if we had to win the lotto. My mom didn't have a lot of money. And, we would start from what car we would get, okay? Going into the dealership and choosing our own car and how it's going to match. We would go and, say about our house. Room for room, we were decorators. What we're going to have where, what color the walls would be, curtains. We would fully furnish our dream home out there in the grass, on the beanbags, under the clouds, on a beautiful day. Hours. And this conversation wasn't just one. It was one of many that took part. Either laying in bed when we couldn't sleep, under the clouds, in the bath. And we stayed with my aunt at one stage as well. And it was my mom, my aunt, her husband, her kid, myself, all with one bathroom. And here we are, she's in the bathroom, I'm on the toilet talking about houses and what we're going to do when we win the million, or what we're going to do for our birthdays. And poor David's trying to brush his teeth, Natasha's trying to get the kids ready, but we were so in la la land. We were always dreaming of the next best thing. And my mom had so much talent, she was so creative and stuff like that. So when we used to, an imagination, should I say, that when we used to go on our little dreamland trips, I would be completely captured within them. She told, I could feel, I could see, I could taste, I could smell everything that we spoke about. I just wish that my mom actually finished a lot of her stuff that she used to do. She was an amazing artist, a phenomenal storyteller. I have one of her stories unfinished. My mom never finished anything. And I'm exactly the same. I'm supposed to be doing my makeup, and I know I'm waffling, and this might be all mixed and matched and not making any sense, but I'm just talking from the heart. But she never finished anything, and it was like a fear. And I'm the same. It's like we both didn't fully believe in ourselves that anything better would happen after a point. What's the point in finishing the story? Because it's not going to go anywhere, so it was never finished. Or what's the point in pursuing this? It's not going to go anywhere. We were so scared of failure that we never finished anything to actually really see the outcome, what its full potential could have been, because of the what ifs, the failure. And even if we did fail, it would have hurt, it would have been disappointing, it would have been an experience, it could have been opportunity for something else to open up. You know that when the one door closes, the window freaking opens, you know, come on, breeze. And I don't know. She spent more time helping people than helping herself. It was easy for her to give me advice. It was so easy for her to help a friend in need, or literally give the clothes off her back to someone in need. I remember driving with her also in Joburg after she fetched me from the airport, and we stopped at the Robot, and one of these, well, there's two street kids sleeping outside of a bank under the light there. And my mom pulled over and she gave her jacket literally off her back, and she took a leather jacket that was behind the seat out and gave it to these two boys. And I said to her, Mom, you know, that's a really nice jacket. And she said, that's my boss's jacket. And I said, you can't give your boss's jacket to those kids, because I mean, we can go get them blankets or something, but you can't. He's gonna ask, because his car, he's going to get in his car and ask, where's my jacket again? And she turned around and she said, he's got more money, he can replace this jacket, these kids have got nothing. She just helped everyone, but no one was there to help her, and she couldn't help herself. And I'm just sad for her that she was this beacon of light for everyone, but yet she was so alone and so scared of failure, even though she had the biggest smile on her face and always, you know, exuding all this freaking confidence that everyone was like, how do you do it? But my mom was broken. My mom had a hard time, and it never stopped her from giving, even though she never received much in return. Not that she did it for something in return, but just to have a better life. She was a good woman, and I miss her so much. I don't know how I'm going to put makeup on. I shouldn't talk about her when I'm trying to put makeup on. Okay, let me just start off with eyebrows. Oh, no, let me have a moment quickly. I need to pull myself towards myself. You know, and I feel bad for my mom. I never got a chance to tell her that, because a lot of the stuff with my mom, like, I was angry with her for a lot of things, but I also love my mom very much, and she helped me through so many things. But I felt very sorry for my mom. You know, she was struggling, and she had a lot of shit going on in her life. A lot of shit that no one knew about. And because she was keeping up with the appearances, or she was too proud, or too ashamed to speak about it, I don't know. She was extremely misunderstood by a lot of people. And, you know, some people have said, you know, your mom chose the path that she walked on. Yes, my mom did. We all make our own choices, and we got to live with the repercussions of it. But, you know, my mom was young when she had me. My mom was 15, and she just turned 16 on the 6th of October. And then 24 days later, I was born. And at that, I mean, she was young. She didn't know what she wanted in life. Then she had me. She got married. She had another kid. You know, this wasn't the life that she had planned for herself. And she did. She lost the plot. She disappeared, and she left. She divorced my dad, and she left me and my brother, and she disappeared out of our lives for a while. But my mom suffered because of all the choices that she made. And it wasn't the right choice, but she had no one guiding her. Her mom also passed away from cancer when I was just a year. And that's why my daughter's named after my mom's mom, because her mom named me. My mom wanted to name me Kendall, and my dad wanted to name me Barbara. And before her mother passed away, her name is Renee, she said, can we not name Robin? So I named Renee after her. The woman that named me, that I never got to meet, that I know is with me every day. And she never had the guidance. She never had the support. She never had parents. She never, everyone else was living their life. And she did the best that she could do with what she thought she knew was right. I don't hold that against her whatsoever. And I, as a person and as an adult and as a mom and as a woman and as a human, I had to forgive her for her wrongs so that I could move on with my life and make my relationship different with my daughter. But it will never take away what she did for me in her last years of her life. I would phone her and be upset when I was married. And I would speak to her from the early evening until like 3-4 o'clock in the morning, until I passed out on the phone or until she knew I was okay. So what she wasn't for in the beginning of my life, she made for up at the end of hers. There's just lots of things I wish I could have said, lots of things I wish I did differently myself. And I know it's not healthy to live in that mindset, because it would just drive you absolutely nuts. And the only way that I could have coped with that was after she passed, I would journal to her as if I was talking to her, as if I'm talking, like I'm talking to you. And I poured my heart out into my journal and got all of it out. I'm going to just quickly do this off camera, 2 seconds. I'm trying to find my mascara thing, but it broke. So yeah, I did the journaling thing because it was like speaking to her. I didn't have to choose my words. I didn't have to think before I spoke. A journal doesn't judge you. A pen and paper, your thoughts and everything that goes in there, there's no judgment. The only downside to that is there's no feedback, there's no guidance, there's no comfort, there's no, what you would get back from having a conversation with someone you love. And I think that's what I miss so much, is just speaking to someone, my mom, because I've never had that connection with anybody else, and I will never have that connection with anyone else. I know it, and that's okay. But that I could speak so freely. I never had to think for a single second what came out my mouth. And she never judged me. She never judged me whatsoever. I could have told her the most foulest things that I have done as a human, and she would have said, "My girl, it's okay. I love you very much." And I used to love it when I used to phone her, and I'm like, "Mom, I don't know what to do." And she's like, "This is what you're going to do." I miss those words. "This is what you're going to do." And then she would just tell me exactly what to do, and I would do it, and I would have no problem. Everything would just fall in place. It was actually, it's almost like supernatural at the way that if I had a problem and I asked her for help and she would tell me what to do, that everything just worked out perfectly. Before my divorce, I wish I spoke to her about that. I wish I got guidance with that. I wish my path went differently with that. My decisions were different. I wish I never hurt people. I wish I never did what I did. But see, I never had her. And I'm like, how the hell do I now live my life moving forward? Making decisions. I don't know. Sorry, I'm trying so hard to get the last bit of mascara out here. Guys, it's hard. It's tough. It's so tough. And Renee's getting older, my daughter. And sometimes I would just wish I had the same niche as my mother. I don't think I'm doing a bad job now. Renee and I are in such a good place. But she's just like me too. So I'm going to have my hands full. And I just wish I knew. Actually, I do know where to get some of my guidance from. There was a book that was next to my mom's nightstand that she was reading when we cleared her place. And it's a bloody brilliant book. Let me get it. For positive thinking. For anyone that needs some guidance. Okay, so I have this book. Just thinking about like with Renee and the guidance and maybe whatever. If you're really thinking that you can't... Hey, my other earring's not on. How did that happen? Oh, what happened? It's weird. I think if I go into that mindset, then obviously I'm already putting the negative thoughts in there, which is going to not help me succeed in what I want to succeed in when it comes to Renee or life in general. And this book was next to my mom's stand. It's The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent. Sorry about the glare. This was next to her nightstand. And you know, when I read this for the first time after she passed away, none of it really went in. And then I read it again. I've highlighted this book and made like little notes for myself. Like a lot. And when I was reading through this book, it was a rather strange experience. I was reading the words in the book, but I could hear my mother's words, like my mother's voice. And I'm telling you now, when she was giving me the advice that I needed, it was coming from this book. I'm convinced. And I've read this book since 3 times. It's so strange because the first time I read, I went over with pink highlighter, and you can actually see the second time reading it, I went over with blue highlighter. I actually need to read over this book again. Not that I'm in a negative mind space or negative head space, whatever the case might be. I've actually been surprisingly peaceful within myself of late. I've been in a really good headspace. Yes, I feel depressed every now and again, but not as intensely. I feel with the work that I've done with myself, I know how to cope with it a little bit more better. Just so that when I get there, I don't get stuck. It's not like quicksand. It's not gonna take me down completely where I don't know how the hell to get back out again. I'm actually grateful that I found this book when I did. It was terrible removing her stuff from that house. You know, when she was sick and she went to hospital, she was having so much stomach pain. Sorry, I know I'm talking a lot about everything. It was that weekend, I still said to my ex, my mom's is still in hospital, and I don't know if she's got anything. She's in the government hospital. I don't know if she's got any underwear. I don't know if she's got any cleaning stuff. I don't know who's going to be there to look after her, because she was complaining about immense stomach pain, and they took her down to the doctor, and she had a twisted bowel. And during the operation, they then removed some of her small and large intestines, and then she had to get that bag. Sorry, I don't know what the proper terminology is for her puffs. And I was like, I need to go help my mom, because, you know, who's going to look after her? And my ex at the time said, well, don't go now, rather hear what's going to happen. And the last conversation I had with my mom in the hospital was, I asked her if she needed anything, and she said, no, I don't need anything, and I love you. And that was the weekend. And like the Wednesday, they wouldn't allow her to take any calls. So she had the operation, and while after the operation, they found growths, which they then came back to say that it was cancer in her colon, and there was so much of it. And she still sent my aunt a voice note, and she said to her sister, Natasha, they found growths in my stomach. You know what that means, because of her mom had the same. And passed away from it. And I just kept praying so hard that she would be okay. And I remember driving up to my house and praying out loud that she'll be okay. But something inside of me like knew like things aren't right, or not that it wasn't get better, just on that day things didn't just feel right. And that's why I prayed out loud driving home, because they wouldn't allow her to have a cell phone. They wouldn't allow me to speak to her. And I got the call to say that she had passed, because they're in a government hospital. They didn't always have the right amount of medication on hand. They've got a quota for the day, and they never gave her blood thinners, and she died from a clot. And I had a clot, and I know how painful that is. And I know that she was in a lot of pain when she had it, and she was alone. and go. And I remember everything happened so quickly. I was like, well, you know, what's going to happen with her body? I'm all the way here in Grahamstown. She's in Joburg, and they said, well, you got to get her ID, otherwise you can't get her body released. And that was a Wednesday, and I finally got a hold of her landlord, and she's like, oh no, it's fine, but your mom's stuff has to be out by the Friday. So we drove to Joburg to try and get her stuff out. 2 days. So I was like, you know what, at least I'm going to go up there. I can get her ID and her body can be released from the morgue. But none of her friends wanted me to go and see her body to identify it, to be released. I wish I went up that weekend to go and see her. But she was an amazing woman. An amazing woman, and it's her birthday today. And I wish that she was here. I wish I could hear a voice. I wish I had a voice note from her. I had voice notes from her, and I emailed them to myself. I should have stored them. I don't know, cooking clue what I was doing. Just to hear her voice again. Play a voice note or something. Last voice note I had about her, she was laughing and joking. Sometimes when I laugh, I hear her. It freaks me out sometimes, if I'm honest. Like, I'll laugh, and then I stop, and I'm like, that is like Leanne. That is Leanne right then and there. But anyway, I've kept you guys for long enough. Let's go get my mom some lilies for her birthday. She loves lilies. She always wants a black rose. I didn't even know that was a thing. Don't know where I'm going to get that, but I've got lilies around the corner, yeah. So let's go get some lilies for my mommy. And then, I don't know what I'm going to do for the rest of the day for her birthday, but yeah, I'm just going to get her some lilies now. Getting some lilies. Oh, I just hope there's no snakes here now. Knock, knock. Snakes, I'm just giving you a warning. I'm coming into your home to borrow some flowers. Oh, here's a nice bottle that I can dot. Bonus. Oh, I found a bottle. I'm going to dot that. Okay, let's go put that back in the car, shall we? I always get into trouble. I'm picking up dots everywhere. Dots. Picking up bottles. Okay. Coming home with me. Going back. Let's put you guys over here. Coming in. No snakes. Warning. Coming in. That will do. Beautiful. I found some other yellow flowers, check. From that bush. So I'm going to add it with the lilies. Make a pretty bouquet of wildflowers for my wild mother. On your birthday. On your birthday. Listen to these dogs. This is how they carry on. But if you hear them bark in the background, sorry. But I just saw some Duke Nova. I'm going to pick some of these too. She should put them in there. When my mom is... Duke, I'm telling the people about my mom. She used to put these in her hair. And look, I've got some of them at the floor. They're growing outside the property. Okay, Duke and Nova. Sorry, guys, about the dogs. Glory. Hi. Okay, so I've got her lilies and her wildflowers. This she puts in her hair, so I put it around her frame. I must actually get the glass broke and get this photo redone This was at a memorial service. We never had a funeral for her. We just had a get together under the willow tree at the river where she took her dogs. So I've got a little bit of a shrine happening here. This is actually here all the time. Except for this. This is actually her cup. I took from her place, but it broke, so I put a thing in it. And then I normally put incense here, you know, get the house smelling nice. These are her candle holders. I need new candles. Don't judge the mess. It's the incense, and that is a candle that has not survived the many times I've used it. And then this is my mom's ashes. I decorated her box. She loved roses. I always have dry roses here. And this is a jewelry box that she bought me. Oh, and this, I found this horse at Jeffrey's Bay at a shop there. My mom had a massive, well, maybe it wasn't massive, but to me as a kid it looked massive, rocking horse. So when I saw that, it really made me think of my mother. As soon as I saw it, I was like, that is like my mother's rocking horse. So I got it there with her chilling. And that's her flowers. Yeah. Happy birthday, Mom. Love you. I'm going to end the video off here. Thank you so much. I know it was a long video, but thank you for watching and listening and letting me pour my heart out. Sorry if it didn't make sense. I was speaking from my heart. Look at her in the corner. She's beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to appreciate all the people you have in your life. Don't live with regrets. Until next time, guys. Bye.